Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. I asked you guys to give me the likes on yesterday, and you did. Let's try for 1,800 today on this video. Smash that like button, and all if you're new to the page. Let's get right into it. We're going to talk about what happened this morning. I'm going to talk about a little bit what's happening in money moves, actually show how we're making money. But first, we need to talk about what's going on. The White House says Trump will meet President Xi in China in May. And I think President Xi is supposed to return the favor, I guess, or return the meeting after that. And so remember, we still have this tariff war going on with China. We have this war going on. Of course, there's the Russia-Ukraine war going on. And so there's a lot of negative things that the market, in spite of, is still doing well. And let's just say they all get worked out. That could be positive for the market. Unfortunately, if we keep up with what we're doing with higher inflation and higher oil, if it's sustained for any long period of time, a longer period of time, it could, send the market off of a cliff and send us into a recession. Do I think that's going to happen? No. I know some of you guys think it's going to happen. At this point, could it happen? Yes. Do I think? Now, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Why not, Larry? Midterms. It's just what I think. It's just what I think. And it may not be right, may not be wrong, but it's just what I think. All right. Look, U.S. stocks climb on Wednesday. That's today, as investors weigh reports that the U.S. has approached Iran approached Iran with a plan to halt fighting. Okay, so this is what the president is saying. Here is the headline: Stock market today, Dow, S&P 500, Nasdaq jump amidst hope of Iran-U.S. talks as oil fall beneath 100. 100 is a pivotal point for oil, which everything, as you could see, oil is centered around. We don't even have to go over it. We got the Nasdaq, S&P, and Dow all up. Nasdaq up a nice 200 points. Actually, that's for the day, 200 points. But over the last 5 days, you guys know I bought on Friday. Friday was the 20th. And as you can see, this is ticker symbol VUG, an ETF. This is ticker symbol GRNY, Granny Strats. Okay, there's many. All right, these are just some I'm in. Invesco QQQ. This is the one I have the very least of. I have the most in VUG, then followed by Fundstrat, then QQQ. Okay, that's how I balance my money. As a matter of fact, I have for whatever I have in QQQ, I got 5 times as much in VUG. I have over 100,000 in VUG. So what I'm saying is I buy on red days. So I bought a lot. You guys saw it. But as you can see, we've been yo-yoing, coming back down, but we never came back yet. Could we retest this? Yes. So here we are now, climbing upwards. And this is why you have to have a strategy and stick to your strategy and just block out all of the noise. Block it out. It's going to fog your future. Okay? Don't let it fog your future. I don't let anything fog my future. Oh, it's going lower. Okay, it may be going lower, but it's in my buy range, so I'm buying. Iran says non-hostile foreign ships can cross Hormuz. And that's one of the reasons why, and that was 11 hours ago. And that's one of the reasons why the market is up. It is just being whipsawed from story to story. Meanwhile, you must focus on a stock, a crypto, or an ETF, or a fund that you want to get in and just simply see when is the buy level. But one or two of you are trying to guess the bottom. And that's not going to work for you. There's a huge 14 billion Bitcoin options expiry this Friday, and it points to 75,000 as a price target. You guys see that? Okay? And because of that, not just because of that, But we could see that, we had the bankers trying to say you can't pay people, a percentage higher than we pay because the bankers are evil and greedy. So I don't care. Look, Bitcoin right here, almost 71K, already back up. We had some losses on yesterday, and Bitcoin on that news, the Clarity Act was just like, it took a hit yesterday. You guys saw that. It did take a hit yesterday. The truth be told, Bitcoin didn't need the Clarity Act. Bitcoin didn't need government intervention. Bitcoin, or should I say crypto, didn't need the president coming in. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, I think that was actually negative to all of crypto. It would have been better had everybody stayed out, right? Hindsight is 2020. It would have been better had everyone just stayed out of it. I said that in 2021. It's just going to do what it do. The people that believe in Bitcoin, let's just talk about Bitcoin and the overall crypto economy, all right? It would have done what it was going to do in spite of all of this intervention. And then we come with what's called a Clarity Act, and it is the most unclear thing that you ever seen. So if you notice on yesterday's video, we were down here. Now we're coming up here. And this is dummy proof for you. Let me explain. Dummies buy when it is here. Yep, I'm just going to call it like it is. Dummies buy when it is here, right? Smart people buy when it's here. And what do? Just hold. Smart people buy when it's just here and just hold, okay? People that are late buy when it's here, but they're still smarter than the dummies that buy here. What do I mean by that is when it comes back down again, even though one of you out of everybody that's listening to me, you're not going to want to touch it when it goes down. Like I keep saying, you're not going to want to touch it. So let me show you. This is Bitcoin, right? And I'm on a daily. And this drop back here is all the way back in 2024. So this is the last year, right? So these are some levels that I'm looking at, right? These are some levels I'm looking at. You may be looking at something else. This is what I'm looking at. You got 62, we're at 71, let's call that. On Bitcoin, you're at 62 here. Bitcoin could fall right back down to actually 59.9. Let's just call that 60, okay? Bitcoin could fall back down to 60. And your mind is going to shift and you're going to say, it's over, it's coming down, I'm not touching it, right? That's what most people do. And then what happens when it recovers and goes back up, not to 126, when it goes back up to 100, right? Let's just go to 100. When it goes back to 100, that's when you're going to come and chase it. And Wall Street is laughing, calling you dumb money. And again, they're right. Larry, that's brutal. Well, sometimes you need the brutal truth to stop doing dumb things. I used to do dumb things all of the time. But then I got smarter and I said, I'm going to do the polar opposite of everything I've been doing. And let's see how that works for me. Well, come to find out, it worked a lot for me. Okay. So when it comes back to 100, that's a psychological level of support. That's when a lot of people, I'm telling you right now, and somebody's listening to me right now, and you're still going to fall for the okie doke, right? So here's where I am, right? So let's look at the traffic trader. Let's see what the traffic trader tells us on the daily, even on crypto. So if you are swinging crypto or Bitcoin, or you're trading Bitcoin on the daily with the traffic trader, you had a green. Look at that. If you were doing puts on crypto, boom, Bitcoin, using this traffic trader, you made money. Then we're coming back up. Now we're trending back down. But I will tell you right now that Larry will be buying Bitcoin again if it goes back down to 59.9. I will be buying Bitcoin again. and I'm going to be on daily buys. I just got in early, just spent a lot of money on Bitcoin. That's all I've been buying is Bitcoin. Well, I haven't, but it's my biggest holding. I haven't gotten back in and start buying yet because I bought heavy early last year. Follow? But there are some of you that are DCAing, and that's fine. I want you to do what's best for you. Okay, so let's look at what happened this morning. We were trading the 9 again, and we made money on this SPY. I mean, a lot of people printed a lot of money on this SPY. All right. And it was real easy, actually, trading with the traffic trader and the 9 EMA. Okay, so what I want to do is show you some of the things that happened this morning, or show you some of the testimonies of this morning. Look at that. Deep. Match my jobs income daily with the within the first few hours of the market. Thanks for sharing your experience, Larry. We had a really fire session this morning. This is my prayer for everyone in Money Moves, is that they replace their job. Okay. And if you are just, all you got to do is listen and do the work, then you could be at that level. Right now, I'm telling people, keep your jobs and continue to pour in, right? Continue to just put money into your investments while keeping your job, right? Let's go to another one really quick. And we have here using traffic trader. This is what I made. Look at that. Now, this is what, let me do that. This is what this person actually made. Let me break it down for you. So look at that. You guys see $3,500. Look at that on Tesla. And then another 700 on the Qs, over $4,000. And that was today. Then they posted yesterday. Look at that. Just absolutely smashing it. 836 plus 426 plus 766 bucks. Congratulations. Just joined last week already. Learning and earning. Thanks, Larry. Look at that. $23, $9, $37. A win is a win. That's what we say. Easy money. Quick 350 bucks. And TTS, which stands for Trust the Signal, earned for the last 5 days. You could see all of these wins: 556, 200, 171, 110. Then we got a loss there. Let's count the loss. Negative 41. That's how it works, good people. We trade live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Come, earn, and learn. And right while I'm on, we could see that there is probably a put coming in the SPY, and someone in Money Moves is making money because I gave them these levels early, and the SPY is going to come down to 651. That will be on your options chain, and it will eventually get there. It's coming on down. We always say come on down. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to watch it. We can see that we're under the 9 EMA. We can see that it is coming down. We make money whether the market is going up or coming down, and we celebrate with a kaboom, right? So before this market is done and over, it will come down to 657. So we just take that 2 off and we just call it to 657, right? All right, good people, that's it. I'm going to let you guys know something.
We appreciate you. This family appreciate everything that you are doing, answering everybody's questions. We appreciate you. Hope you have a Cash App, because I'm going to try to trade the afternoon just for about 30 minutes. I'm clogged up, and whatever I get, I'm going to bless you with half of it. This is what we do. We help each other.
All right, that was for my guy. That was at 12, which is 1:27 Eastern Standard Time. And that top one, that's what I won. I got right in and I won. So I'm going to Cash App Q with $100 in money moves. Okay, we appreciate you simply because you're helping everyone else. You guys know I love that. We're trying not to leave anybody behind. That's what we're trying to do. But you got to do the work. All right, guys, we will see you mañana. Hasta mañana. Live, love, laugh, and learn.